Now, when you think peak waifu, you might think, for example, your Spy X Family, a solid choice. Lucy from Fairy Tail, another good choice, or Urza. You know, I was always a Mira Jane enjoyer, but you know, I respect Urza or Lucy. Or you might think Asuna from ASO. SIO, goddammit. Well, I'm here to tell you, all those are wrong. You're incorrect, buddy. Skedaddle. We are here today to talk about the real peak waifu. Rias Gremory. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no script for this video laid out. I literally just watched DxD clips again the other day, and I was like, oh, wooga, I need to make another video on this. So, let's listen to me ranting without a script why Rias Gremory is peak waifu design. So, why does Rias stand out among the rest? Well, if you look at Rias, her design is much more mature than a lot of other ones. Let me pull that up for you. Her design is peak. Like the crimson hair, the actual like mature body, which is like somewhat rare for ichis. A lot of ichis usually have what do you call them? Much younger looking characters, sadly. But Rias, even in because Highschool Dxd went through an art style change, which you'll probably know if you like the show, and both styles are peak. Like the new style, I did kind of hate it at first, but it really grew on me. Like I was so upset at first when I found out they changed the art style, but as I watched it, it just kind of became like, that's actually pretty good. I even started liking them equally after a while. So even in both art styles, she is still a baddie. And that is an accomplishment. Going through an art style change and still being an absolute fucking baddie. It's peak. Oh, I have so much to talk about. I need to compose myself here. Plus, Rias isn't your usual standalone love interest. She has actual character building, but we'll get into that later. Second of all, her voice is just peak. Jamie Marshy, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, did such a good job on Rias. She sounds like actually mature. She doesn't sound like a little anime girl. It's so good. Some of her line pronunciations, which I'll maybe pull up a few clips of, it's so good.
Safely.
Issei, look, the engagement may be over now, but I promise you this isn't the last we'll hear of it, not by any means.
She was the voice of yeah, Pantheon Stalking too, and no matter what she's in, the voice goes super fucking hard. I recognize her voice like instantly whenever she's in something. The voice acting is just, oh, I'll pull up a few clips maybe if copyright allows me to. But yeah, Jimmy Marshy fucking killed the Rias Gremory. It's such good voice acting. Oh yeah, I'll try and grab a few clips of that just to show you how peak it is. Nextly, she's not just some usual damsel in distress like a lot of other romance interests are for the MC to save. No, don't get me wrong, she does get captured a few times, but it's not like every day. Like she actually kind of fights for herself. Let me see, a good example, the Riser fight, for example. The Riser fight, she actually like lasts quite a while. The only reason she loses is because it's her first raiding game, and it's Riser's like... I don't even know, but Riser was a lot more experienced in raiding games. So the reason she lost is because it was her first, and it was his, like, I don't know, like 20th, I forget exactly how many, but he's immortal, so probably like quite a while. The only reason she had to be saved from that is because Riser was a cunt. So Issei had to try and step in. But, you know, you know how that went if we seen the show. She ends up giving up to save Rias, which is, you know, oh, she's so fine. But yeah. Plus there are several scenes of her just kicking ass in general. Like there's a scene where, what do you call it? Rias asks Akane on a date when they're fighting, and they power the fuck up. It's such a good scene. Then there's a, well, I mean, if you're watching this, you probably already watched the show, so spoilers are out the window. There's also a scene where she gets corrupted. Let me see, can I find it? Yeah, there's a scene where she gets corrupted and turned into the, like a corrupted red dragon emperor. And she fucking, she kicks everyone's ass, essentially. Her and Rias fight, and she, like, almost wins. Oh. Can I show this? She also has some peak outfits throughout the show. I don't think I can show this for booba reasons, but I'll try. I'll see can I get this on screen. Another banger note is she's related to my goat Syra Org, which brings me on to our next point. She's actually what do you call it? Well, yeah, she's well written. She's not like Guts from Berserk level of like character development or anything, but she's still a really like good. She has like meat behind her, and I'm not talking about the certain assets meat. I mean like actual character behind her. She's not just eye candy. She's the princess of the Gremory family, who is next in line to rule the household. Because Hell has several domains and several rulers. One of them being the Bale household, which is her cousin. For a cousin, he's kind of a mad lad. He fully embraces, he said, to fucking go for it. Oh, he's so fine. I need to draw Star Org sometime. Holy. But yeah, there's like actual world building behind there. She's not just complete eye candy. There's some, what do you call it? Arcs where she has to do political shit by herself. For example, well, the Riser thing was technically political because she had to get married off, but that wasn't really her idea per se. But yeah, there are several scenes where she has to like deal with like political stuff herself. So she's not just all eye candy, thankfully. Now you may be wondering, what is the point of this video? You're just yapping about why Rias is peak. Well, because I want to, damn it. As I said, I've recently been watching clips recently, and oh, it reminded me just how fucking peak it is. If Rias has 1 fan, I'm that fan. If Rias has 0 fans, I must be dead. Rias Gremory is peak design. I haven't even talked about her theme yet. Her theme, I forget what it translates into, but her theme is so fucking good. I think it translates into princess or something, her theme. But I'll play it in the intro of this video and you'll hear it there. It's such a cozy yet mysterious little theme. I like adore it. It's much more than I was expecting from an Ichi, but if you want to hear my thoughts on why Highschool Dxd is peak Ichi, I have a video on that up. It has like all my thoughts condensed into one. Despite copyright destroying that video, I still like how it turned out. I got most of my thoughts across. And I plan on doing a few more on DxD based on the different girls. For example, Akino, Zenovia. Zenovia is second best contender. It goes Rias, Zenovia, and Akino. Those are my top 3 waifus. But as I said, Rias is just up there. And she, I mean, I know I said she wasn't just eye candy, but when the show makes it sussy, it goes hard, is all I'm saying. I'll maybe try and show a bit of it on our chalkboard here, if we're allowed to, but we'll see how that goes. You'll know if there's a picture of her up on the board or not. But yeah, oh, I have so much to say about Rias that I like can't. I really should write a script for this, but we're just going in raw, baby. What else is there to say? We mentioned voice acting. We mentioned Natural in Distress. Let me pull up a few of her outfits for you. There's one in particular that goes hard. She has like a succubus fit that goes like peak. But yeah, I actually want to talk about Rias Gremory because she is my peak peak waifu in anime. I have a different games waifu. Yeah, I might make a video on eventually. as Mario Galaxy is my favorite game, Rosalina from Mario is my peak gaming waifu, mixed with maybe Mercy from Overwatch, but you know, that's a tale for a later video. Right now it's Rias Gremory for my peak waifu list. If I had to give a top 3 waifus in all of anime, it'd be, let's see, it'd be Rias Gremory, probably Rebecca from Cyberpunk Edgerunners, as you can see to the left there. Our little statue right there. Baiken also goes hard, but I wouldn't call her my top 3. That's a tricky one. Giovanna and Aino from Guilty Gear also stick out there, but hey, again, I'll tell for another time. This video's about my queen, Rias. Me and the boys love Rias. So yeah, that is why I think Rias is peak waifu. She's not completely a damsel in distress. She does get captured a few times, but as I said, there's usually like, there's at least a fight before it at least. She doesn't just get yoinked. She gets stuff. To be fair, she only, in my memory, she only gets captured like twice in 4 seasons, which isn't a bad ratio compared to other anime. So you know, but yeah, she's not a complete damsel in distress. Her voice is fucking peak. Me and the boys love Jamie Marshall behind any voice. It's such a good voice actor. She's such a good voice actor, sorry. And yeah, so that's why I just think she differs. Like, overall design, she differs. She looks much more mature than most little anime girls in the new art style. No, older art styles at least. The newer one, she kind of looks a bit more anime girlish, but at the same time, she still stands out because, you know, Jimmy Marcy's voice carries that shit quite a bit. Just the overall mature feeling. I found a banger Rias TikTok for you. I'll play on the board here in a minute. I'll play the banger TikTok at the end of this. So yeah, well written. She has actual political background behind her. She's not just a 1D fucking eye service girl. She has political stakes in hell, which has a few arcs actually. The world building in this show is actually really fucking good for an Ichi, but we'll not get into that now. I have the whole video on that in my previous list. So yeah, and finally, peak fan service. Well, not finally, but anyway, peak fan service. Whenever they get her, you know, in a certain, you know, what would you call it? Scenarios, we'll call it for now. It gets the old fuck, what was the line? There's a really good line. I believe it was that turned my floppy disk into a hard drive from a fucking wrestling commentator. But yeah. Also her theme. I really wish I could remember the name of it right now, but I'll play it at the start of this video and you can hear it. But yeah. Rias Gremory. Peak waifu. Not to make this video too long, because I just want to go on a little rant about why she's peak waifu. Rias Gremory, peak waifu. Thank you for listening to my TED talk on why Rias Gremory is peak waifu. Now here's the banger TikTok I was talking to you about.